Chat. 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 Hello. When is this? Right now. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? New time. New time. Hopefully the video doesn't flop, even though it's a new time. Hey, everybody. Hey, no worries, Sky Mallory. I appreciate it. We'll do our poll. What do y'all see in the background? What other option can I put up here? We'll do... Start that poll. Figure out what we'll do in the background. How's everybody doing? Huge, huge. So. New time. What's going on? Hi, everybody. I've posted several times because I'm very worried people are just not going to notice. But I switched the time release of videos to Saturdays over the past 2 months. And over the past 2 months, my analytics have gone right into the garbage. So, I'm hoping that switching back to a Friday 2:15 p.m. release will help that. And the analytics will go back up because I like having money so I can do things. Saturday bad. Here's also Hayoshi's always nervous. Here's the real shit. So YouTube videos plateau for the most part. And after YouTube videos plateau, it's hard to continue to get views on that video. Most YouTube videos have a graph. I gotta mirror this because I mirrored. Most YouTube videos have a a graph where they go off and then they plateau, and they'll continue to get some views. And your backlog is where you get like half of your income because your backlog will always get some views. But that plateau, once it hits there, it's very hard to have it burst again. Monday is a video killer because people are not really looking for videos on Monday. So I think what happened is because I was releasing on Saturday, we got that Saturday boost and the Sunday boost, and then it would plateau. Whereas previously I would release it on Friday and it would get some Friday boost, and then Saturday boost, and then Sunday boost, and then plateau. So I'm hoping that going back to Friday will fix this. Now the issue is I'm changing the schedule. So today's video possibly will flop because I changed the schedule. But you know, we'll see. Was hoping for more Crash Team Racing. I kind of forgot to put it on the list. Realistically, it might be difficult to... So, Splatoon won this poll. I'll do one more poll. What Switch? I'm surprised Bloons wasn't a higher contender. Game we playing. Splatoon. We'll probably have to do offline if we do Crash Team Racing, because I don't think there's going to be that enough people playing online to get into a lobby. So why not on Thursdays? Thursdays could work. The issue is you also want to release a video right as a high traffic moment starts, right? So there isn't a high traffic moment for me on Thursdays. So if I release it on Thursday, it won't have that big initial hit that Friday, Saturday can give. What's Bloons? Bloons Tower Defense. It's a tower defense game where you put dart monkeys out to throw darts at balloons. It's really fun. I really enjoy it. Also, the popping sounds make my ADHD go burr. Turning on the Switch. Bloons Tower Defense 6 is a goated game. Bloons does have a Mr. Beast event right now, which essentially you just get a free 2,000 in-game dollars. 41 votes, 57% for Splatoon. There's 84 of y'all in here. If more of y'all vote, you can sway this vote if you would rather see Crash Team Racing. So it's anyone's game for this poll. Yeah, balloons. All my neurodivergent folks love balloons, me included. we can't get enough of those funny little monkeys throwing darts at balloons. What can I say? Hey, Sky Mallory, Cult of the Lamb is legitimately an incredible game. You will have a lot of fun with it. Gregory's Nest, true. Can't play both games. Oh, that's fair. If the vote is close enough, I'm willing to do half hour, half hour. It's not too hard to switch between the games. Although it's already 1:20. We basically have an hour until the video goes live. Vanny is Charlie infected with William Afton. That's a take. That is a take. That is a take. It's close enough. We'll do some Splatoon for the first half, and then if we're feeling spicy, we'll swap to Crash Team Racing. So let's be gamers. Hype for the Hades 2 stream later. Alexis, I don't know if you saw, Hades 2 was pushed to Monday. So a lot of streams are going to happen within the next 5 days. Because today, we've got this stream, right? Then a video goes live. I like that I'm wearing a green shirt, so I'm a little transparent. Then, okay, immediately after today's premiere, I will be going live on Twitch, and I will put the link in the chat to talk back about this video for like a half hour to an hour. So now we have the pre-stream to talk about any theories, and we have the post-stream to talk specifically about today's video. And I'll be doing that on Twitch. Now, the reason I'm doing it on Twitch is because if I go live immediately after a video is posted, it'll kill that video in the algorithm, because when people search my channel, that video will come up and not, the stream will come up and not the video. Going for a slower brush this time because I really want the respawn people. So like I was saying, two-part video. I have not done a two-part video yet. Oh, hello. Jump scare. Hello, Lila. So after that, like I said, Twitch post-stream, I'll spam my Twitch link in the premiere chat when the video's over. We'll do that for about an hour. Tonight, Dead by Daylight this week released the player test beta for the D&D chapter with Vecna and a dungeon and like an elf that you can play as. It seems so fucking cool. I am so excited for it. Because of that, that player test beta is only available for like a week. So because it's only available for a week, Hades 2 was postponed to Monday on this channel, and today we will instead be playing Dead by Daylight with Demuted, David Barron, Fal McFly, and Ambience. And we'll be doing a custom lobby and just playing around in the new chapter. So we'll be doing that tonight on stream. Tomorrow, Indigo Park Chapter 1 comes out. I'm going to try to do an afternoon stream, kind of at the same time that this stream used to be last week, where around 1 p.m. we'll probably go live to play through Indigo Park Chapter 1. So, this channel, there's going to be 4 live streams within the next 5 days. Because, man, this brush is so slow. I might go to dualies. I just can't. After being spoiled by how fast the other brush is, playing this really slow brush is just, like, a little painful. Yes, that's the one with Rambly the Raccoon. It's the Unique Geese's a new game. So, we have this stream, video, Twitch post-stream. Tomorrow, Indigo Park around 1 p.m. Monday, around 9:30, Hades 2. Tonight, around 9:30, Dead by Daylight. A lot of streams going on. Just a lot of stuff is happening. Who's the new Dead by Daylight character? I'm not a fan of D&D. So it's Vecna, which is essentially a lich, which is a wizard that studied so much magic they made themselves immortal with necromancy. So you get to play a wizard. So yeah, that's the behind the scenes of everything going on. Let's talk about theories. I saw a couple people mention Dual Process's video. I did finally sit down and watch Dual Process's timeline. It's very good. Off the bat, very good timeline. I have some disagreements with it. But that really comes down to how you interpret stuff, right? I can't say, as far as I'm aware, I can't look at anything they said in that timeline and go, that's wrong. It really just comes down to how you interpret things. And it's a very refreshing interpretation. Let's try these out. I really want respawn beacons, but man, I was just not vibing with how slow that paintbrush is. If I could put a respawn beacon on Inkbrush Nouveau that makes you super speedy, I think that'd be my favorite weapon. Especially considering the fact that I'm pretty sure that's their first YouTube video. For a first YouTube video, that is insanely good. One of them needs to fix their microphone, but that'll just come with money and time. Like, that's fine. And honestly, it's not even a huge deal. I'm just a bit of I'm very picky with audio. But yeah, I really like their takes. Their claim about Mike being the vengeful spirit, I like a lot. Their claim about there not really being a Cassidy, but instead the crying child fills some of the role of that fifth kid, and Michael being the vengeful spirit, not Cassidy. I like that a lot. I don't know if I agree with it, but I think, like I said, it comes down to they didn't say anything wrong. You know, it's just how they're interpreting some of the information we have. And I think they interpret it in a very refreshing way. So overall, very good job. Amazing job considering it's their first, like, YouTube video as far as I'm aware. Maybe they had, like, another channel that they were posting on a long time ago, but as far as, like, what they're currently posting, it seems to be their first YouTube channel. I hate being black and white. I cannot see anything. Even the editing and art were incredibly... Yeah, the editing was great for a first YouTube video. Are you kidding me? Like, just to compare, right? A lot of y'all think my first YouTube video is the timeline on this channel. Not true. That's after, like, years of trying to make it as a YouTuber. So, and I would argue, their timeline is much better edited than mine was. So, like, the fact that they're already at that level, I see good things happening for them. I need a speedy weapon. ADHD Goku. So if casting with spring lock when stuff we know creates agony, could create good agony being color shift and predator doses. Yeah, right now, my thinking, at least for the timeline I'm creating, is Cassidy is the vengeful spirit, and the reason she's a vengeful spirit is because unlike the other victims, she was spring locked. Which we know is something that's incredibly traumatic and can cause a lot of agony. Oh, jump scared. Every now and then you just get jump scared in this game. The hints we have about Fall Fest being yearly does that mean Dreadbear wasn't experimental for him after the other bits of foreshadowing fate later on? I'm not sure. It's also, consider, was Dreadbear part of the original Fall Fest? Right. Because it seems like Fazbear wants to bring back Fall Fest in like a more Help Wanted styled way. And making it like purposely scary. Is Dreadbear part of that? Or was Dreadbear from the original Fall Fest? We don't really have a good answer for that. And then, exactly, is Dreadbear canon? You know, Dreadbear's in Help Wanted, but was Dreadbear always part of Fall Fest? We don't have any pictures of him for, like, the only existence of Dreadbear exists within the Help Wanted version of the 1983 version of Fall Fest. You know what I mean? We don't know for certain if Dreadbear was a real character in Fall Fest. Lost, but I did a lot better. That's what matters. Random thought I had, not sure if it leads anywhere, but the gravestone ending. What if the grave we thought to be Charlie's belongs to the crying crowd? Possibly. And you're right, I don't know if that leads particularly anywhere. Want a Fall Fest game? I could go for a Fall Fest game. I think it would have to be modern Fall Fest, though. Like, as has been pointed out, if we get a game of, like, the original Fall Fest, where's the horror? Like, where's the spooky? Whereas if it's, like, a modern Fall Fest, then we have explanations for it. I just have to really get good at aiming after a dodge roll, because I'm very bad at it. Just assume he's not canon until proven otherwise. Fair. Fall Fest FNAF X Dead by Daylight. That would be peak. At this point, if we get a Five Nights at Freddy's chapter in Dead by Daylight, I think it honestly either has to be Freddy Fazbear himself or Springtrap. And then it would have to be in Freddy Fazbear Pizza or Fazbear's Freddy. I don't see any other version of getting a Dead by Daylight chapter outside of that. Like, could you imagine, like, Dead by Daylight FNAF chapter, and it's just, like, regular Glamrock Freddy as the killer, and you're just in the Pizzaplex? FNAF fans would go crazy. Dead by Daylight fans would fucking hate that. Ah, I got him. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I should have killed him if I was better at aiming. Ah. I'm just bad at aiming. That's why I like the paintbrush. The thing I loved about their interpretation was Henry being the one who was convicted. Going to kill Charlie and prove he's innocent. Yeah, I really like... I also agree. That's part of the timeline I fully agree with. The Henry being convicted. Explaining why he's out of the story for so long. I think that just makes a lot of sense. As far as the box, I don't know if I'm sold on that. I think it's a worthwhile interpretation. I just don't know if it's my jokes on all of us could be Vanny as the killer security reach map. That would be peak though, so also welcome in. Like Help Wanted hard mode initially is easy in 1970 and modern Fall Fest. I think that'd be peak. A Fall Fest game where we are doing a modern Fall Fest and the mini games are like flashbacks to the original, I think would be peak. Yeah, and not to mention the Silver Eyes, that mirrors the Silver Eyes, where in the Silver Eyes, the police force was like, oh, it's probably Henry. And then it was like, oh, no, it's not Henry. But William's already gone by then. Man, we are getting our ass kicked. Surprise. Ah. Wonder how much Into the Pit will tell us with its lore. Hopefully a lot. We could really use it. When you read all the books, did you purchase them or check them out somewhere? I own all of them physically. For this, I was reading PDFs specifically so I could control F to like find specific things in case I missed it. But I do own all of the FNAF books physically. Hey guys, real quick, if you want to read the FNAF books but you cannot afford it, Internet Archive, the website Internet Archive, has PDFs of literally every single Five Nights at Freddy's book except for Tales from the Pizzaplex number 8. Every other one it has a PDF for, including the graphic novels. So just go on Internet Archive if you can't afford it, and you can read it there. Internet Archive was a lifesaver for these videos. Which one is number 8? The last one. B72. I believe. That's the thing, Bolt Tinty. So, Bolt Indy, you know what's funny? Jeremy helped Wanted having his face cut off using the paper machine could be Mimic's one's attempt to recreate the head injury victim, which includes every other Jeremy. True! However, I'm really stumped on that, and I go into it on today's video. There's a lot of weird things about Help Wanted Jeremy that don't really add up. As ID's Fantasy has pointed out previously, and I'll point out again in today's video, so Tape Girl goes into the supply room and sees that there's what looks like a Halloween mask and ink on the floor. And it's like, okay, that's a face and blood. But she specifically describes the supply room as incredibly well lit. Like, it's bright as hell in that room. So why would she be in an incredibly lit room and then see what she thinks is a Halloween mask and ink and not a face and blood? That's strange to me. But then to follow up with that, Jeremy is still wearing the mask. Jeremy is still wearing the VR headset. Because in my brain, I was like, oh, that was Jeremy finding any way possible to take off the headset. But then, he's still wearing the headset. So he would have cut his face off and then put the headset back on. So that didn't make sense. However, it does make sense because I'm stupid. After rereading Tales from the Pizzaplex, who here, raise of hands, has read the story The Monty Within from Tales from the Pizzaplex? The Monty Within. Who here has read that story? Because after rereading it, I think I've solved what Jeremy's deal was. Saw we know? Not the saw we. Not the ooh-woo fingers pointed to each other. Saw we I did. Reading that one next. I'm going to spoil it, so you might want to cover your ears for this next part. Someone tag Cerise in chat when we're done. Hi, Stormister. So, okay, so I'm going to spoil it, so stop listening if you don't want it spoiled. The Monty Within sees our main character playing a VR game that pairs him up with Monty. It's like pickleball or something, I don't remember. But at some point, the power goes out while they're playing. And after that point, the main character hears Monty's voice in his head urging him to do things. And, like, seemingly at different parts, taking control of his actions, making him act in ways he typically wouldn't. And it culminates at the end where after he fights back from Monty so much... Oh, hold on, my wife is calling me. She just needed a code that was sent to my phone. Okay, what was going on? After fighting back against Monty for the entire story and doing everything he can, Monty essentially forces the kid's head into a table saw and kills him. Like, right down the skull. So here's the thing. Exactly, Stormister. Not to mention, that's also the story where it brings up that the unconscious mind is sort of like a biological AI. But we'll get into that later. Isn't that just the story of Vanny and the story of Jeremy? Right? Vanessa plays Help Wanted. Glitchtrap enters her mind, and she reluctantly listens to him to try to keep herself alive. And then we hear from Lewis, which I'll get into in today's video, that she starts acting as though she's two different people. She starts acting in strange ways that he doesn't understand. But she's still alive. Meanwhile, Jeremy, someone who we know was in contact with the Glitchtrap virus, fights back. He refuses to be a follower of Glitchtrap. And even after... Game audio is loud. And even after Glitchtrap enters his mind, he continues to refuse to listen to him. So Glitchtrap gives up and moves on to another victim. But he needs to dispose of this one first. So he forces Jeremy to cut off his own face. And while Jeremy is bleeding out before he's able to die, he makes Jeremy put the headset back on to re-enter Help Wanted and leave Jeremy as a dying corpse. I think that makes the most sense. And the tape girl just has bad eyesight. Not to mention, Monty makes him act exactly like how Monty in game acts, force him try initiating a food fight game like Monty Virus from. Exactly. Yes, the Monty within seems to be an extension of the Mimic One behavior. So someone got confused by biological AI. Essentially, it's either that story or Tiger Rock. I think it was the Monty Within. But one of the characters talks about how, like, we have two sides of the brain, like the unconscious calculating part of the brain, and then the thinking creative right half of the brain. And he basically compares the unconscious mind to his analogy as a biological AI, where it's less of a human mind and more just something that does equations for us. Now here's the thing, I was liking the idea that Jeremy from Help Wanted is also Jeremy from Help Wanted 2. But this theory goes pretty much directly against that, because Jeremy from Help Wanted dies in this theory. It is okay, that is Monty Within. I just read both of them, I just reread both of them, last night, so I wasn't sure. Irony of the story as it happens with him is the same as his speech. Yeah, I mean, that's most stories, right? I'm sorry. Look, some of the FNAF stories are pretty good. Every single FNAF story is one of the main characters going on a seemingly random tangent, and then the story is what that tangent was. It's very predictable. You can get up there? That's crazy! I didn't know you could do that! I can't even go back up there now. You're just up there. Congratulations. I had no idea you could do that. Ah, found me. Yeah. See, Raggedy Black Jacket found next to the main end of the warehouse level Hub 1 and 2. Perhaps a Stitch Wraith reference. I mean, it might be a Stitch Wraith reference, but it could just be a Raggedy Black Jacket left on by one of the many workers. You know, I don't know if that necessarily is a Stitch Wraith reference. That feels like a stretch. I would need something more. Yeah, the only issue with this theory is the whole, ink spilled in a brightly lit room. If it was blood, why would she think it was ink if it's a brightly lit room? That doesn't make sense. But is that just, weird writing? Possibly. Did she think it was red ink, you know? I miss my paintbrush, man. Might go back to it. Needs new glasses. Yeah, the answer for this theory is that she just has really bad eyesight. Hey, Sierra with the membership. Very, very kind of you. If I saw red liquid on the floor, I would not think, oh yeah, red ink, obviously. Right? Could Glitchtrap have had a hand in making the FNAF games? No, but I think he did have a hand in making Pizza Party. The final level of Help Wanted. That too, Sky Mallory. It very well could just be like her coping to not say, I saw a human face and blood on the floor. It's easier to say, I saw like a weird mask and what looked like ink? Question mark. Oh, my fast brush back. I miss it. Like, look how much faster this brush is. We zoom with this brush. It's like swim speed. The idea with this one is just go past, turn, reset camera, and kill. What FNAF game would you want if it wasn't a horror or not a parody style game? I want FNAF carts to be more fun, because I would love a kart racer. I would really love a Five Nights at Freddy's kart racer, but fast carts need some work. I love fast carts. It needs to be tweaked a little bit to like tighten up some of the controls and more levels that are more visually diverse. If those two things happen, I think we got a banger game on our hands. Especially because right now the fast carts tracks feel like we're little like toys in a big room. Where wouldn't it be so much cooler? And I understand it's a lot more work, but it'd be so much cooler if you're literally driving through the restaurant. That's what I mean about speed, man. It's hard to beat. I just wish it had respawn beacons. I really like having those. I thought I came downstairs. Oops. Wasted this. Oh, hello. FNAF party, game like Mario Party, that'd be fun. GGY is a big one. All the books have epilogues are connected, and epilogues are pretty crucial to current discussions. Depends on how much you want to know. Yeah, pretty much all the Tales from the Pizzaplex stories are pretty interconnected. Let's see if I can pull off what that other dude did. Bruh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so fun. Chat, I'm gonna do what's called a gamer move. Jump scared. Did I use my entire ult to kill one person? Yes. Was it really funny? Yes. Oh man, he got me in the end. Yeah, more FNAF spin-offs. I mean, possibly. So someone said one of my problems with Stitch line is I believe the corpse in FNAF 6. I believe Burn Trap is William Afton's corpse, which I think is the most logical thing to assume. Could it be one of the AR corpses? Yes, but it could be. It could also just be a random body. But I still think the most logical option is for it to be William Afton. You can jump across as well all the way to their spawn. That's crazy. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna high road this one. gamers. I did see the random Hot Topic Ella merch. That's crazy. Looks cool, though. Gaming. I just needed the fast paintbrush. I'm bad at aiming, but I'm good at being fast and annoying. Fast paintbrush is my weapon. Have you seen the dual process there? Yes. I have. It's very good. We talked about that for like 10 minutes. So go watch the beginning of the stream later and you'll get all my thoughts on it. Still don't know if I believe Burn Trap fully existed and wasn't Glitch Trap's general end goal. I genuinely believe every ending in Security Breach is possible. Like, I believe the point of the different endings of Security Breach is showing us all the things that could have happened depending on what Gregory did that night. So I think because of that, Burn Trap does exist, whether or not the Burn Trap ending is canon. Gregory could have gone down there and met Burn Trap if he did go down there. So because of that, I think that Vanny and Burn Trap skedaddle at the end of the game. And that's why Burn Trap isn't there in Ruin. What are your thoughts on the Fright's Tales fiction theory? The theory that the books are made in-universe by Fazbear Entertainment, mixing real events with ridiculous stories like Seabonnie to cover it up. I think that's possible. It'd be incredibly infuriating for a lot of the fan base. I think it is unfortunately possible, though. Oh, okay, we're not doing that then. You got a sniper? I'm just gonna go right on past you. What's up, fucker? I'm stuck on a tree. I'm stuck on a tree. I got stuck on a tree. That's not fair. Cookbook and the coloring book aren't really necessary. It's just fun. Stuff like the Ultimate Guide gives details, data, and accuracy. Yeah. Cookbook and the coloring book is just fun. Security logbook, I think, is incredibly important. David Varencolor is true. Any thought why we never see the real Golden Freddy suit in gameplay? Probably just because it can't be moved that well, right? I mean, it's a spring-lock suit, and many theories purport that not all of the control is in that suit. Now, you said before your issue with Stitch Line is never referenced in the game. What's the difference between logbook and its events and events in the game? I think the difference between the logbook and Frights is Frights are like separate continuous stories, whereas the security logbook literally is just like a description of working at Fazbear. And it starts being like, this is owned by somebody named Mike. You know what I mean? Like, it feels a lot more direct, I guess. Like, I could literally see the security logbook being something that is sold at the Fazbear Frights haunted house, and Michael picks one up before he leaves. You know? What's up, fuckers? Ah, almost got past him. Was Mimic the original Greg bot? I mean, technically, yeah. Oops. The double wipeout hurts. For them, call an ambulance, but not for me. That's so rude. You can get all the way up there. 3 disconnects? Rude. That sucks for them. It's a 3-minute match. If you're losing, just lose. I don't understand disconnecting on Splatoon. It's literally 3 minutes. Just see the match out. No wonder we were dominating. 3 people disconnected. What are your 3 favorite FNAF theories you don't think are canon? I don't think it's canon and there's no evidence for it, but I like the idea of Sammy being the CEO of Fazbear. Don't know why. It's just a fun theory. Don't think it's true. My guy Sammy. I like Michael Vengeful Spirit a lot. I don't think it's canon. But I do like it a lot. What else? Those are the 2 that come to mind. The foils between Glenmark Freddy and the Mimic are so intriguing, right? Like I've said before, that's my main reason why I think... Oh, there's like a jump maneuver. That's cool. Sammy, the character in the books. Barely a character in the books. Yeah, Charlie's brother who's like mentioned once in the books because Henry's bad at liking both of his kids. I don't think the cupcake's texture would be hard or soft. I think it's just literally a metal block. Let's get really high up and jump with this hammer, see what happens. Ah, teased. Sky Mallory, I've heard people say we're not sure if Sammy ever existed. I'm pretty sure Sammy existed. I don't understand where that comes from. Like, where does it come from that people are like, we're not sure if Sammy existed? Because, like, literally, when Henry's going crazy, even his sister, like, aunt whatever, Charlie's aunt is like, look, you have a son. Focus on your living children. And he's, like, too obsessed about Charlie's death to focus. Does Henry would just fully forget about that? Also, internet dipped for a second, so let me know what got missed from that conversation. One. The Sammy stuff? I'm gonna need a little bit more. The whole paragraph was Sammy stuff. Connection terminated for real. But yeah, we have no evidence of Sammy not existing, and we have several characters mentioning Sammy existing. So I don't understand where the idea that he doesn't exist comes from. What if Cassidy and Charlie are twins? Maybe. So you're saying instead of it being Sammy, it being Cassidy? Maybe. Yeah, Henry's sister's like, hey, you still have a son, take care of him. We see Sammy in a bunch of the flashbacks. Yeah, Sammy and Henry's wife leave Henry because he's fucking crazy. They're off living their best lives. I want to ask your take on this. If Cassidy died from the spring locking, why can't Golden Freddy walk while Springtrap can? I think it depends. I think it comes down to the way that they died via spring lock. Like William Afton was fully wearing the suit and then died from a spring lock and fused to the suit. Whereas I would assume if Cassidy was killed by the spring locks of Golden Freddy, their body was put inside the stomach of Golden Freddy and then the spring locks went on. So they weren't like wearing the suit, so they couldn't like articulate it as well. That's my best guess. That's again founded on basically nothing besides vibes. Gaming. Splatoon caught me off guard. It's just something to, like, for my hand. I've got ADHD. I cannot sit here and just talk for an hour without getting distracted. So the idea is y'all can look at the Splatoon like it's Subway Surfers. I can play it like it's Subway Surfers, and we can talk about theories. Is Roxy still alive, or is the Mimic mimicking her? Roxy shouldn't be alive in general, so that's a great question. Now you've finished Frights, who's your least favorite protagonist? For me, it's Devin. Bro deserved it. I'm going to be real. I can only say stories. I cannot tell you, oh yeah, Devin from that one story. If you, like, story protagonist, sure. So, like, what story was Devin from? Who the fuck is Devin? Splatoon jangling keys moment. Right, what's that Markiplier video? So, back in the day. The back rooms. Wait, jingle, jingle. I said the word. The new kid? Oh, yeah. No, the kids in the new kid are terrible. They essentially killed them. Like, obviously, like, what was it? Kelly or whatever the name is survives. But, like, they were going to kill Kelly. That's definitely a good possibility. I'd say least favorite protagonist for me is that piece of shit from Kids at Play. My guy literally hits a kid into a ditch and then makes sure the kid dies. Where he hits a kid with his car speeding after hitting a sign about not speeding the week before or whatever. And then the kid flies into a ditch, and instead of making sure the kid's okay, he's like, well, I don't want to get arrested, so I'm just going to leave him there. And then when people are like, Joel, yeah, when he meets the mother of this kid and it's like, yeah, we're doing a search party, he's like, yeah, I'll help you guys. And he specifically leads them away from where the kid is to make sure the kid dies so he doesn't have to go to jail. Like, Joel is a piece of shit. Everything that happens to him, he deserves. Especially since he doesn't actually feel what's happening to him. Good morning. Hello. Oh, kind of hope that would be better. Oh, I don't have the respawn beacons anymore. Matt from In the Flesh is awful before I go about Kids at Play. Yeah, there's a couple really bad protagonists, but Kids at Play takes the cake for me. Dude's a piece of shit. I feel that andesite. What do you think is up with the lakes in this franchise? I have no idea, but it's definitely important, right? Because we have several different lakes in-game. We've got Fazbear Frights where the Afton amalgamation is put into a lake. We've got... Damn. Fall Fest, Curse of Dreadbear, which is next to a lake. We've got... And then... we've got Dark Circus, where we've got Golden Freddy chained up underwater. Where I think this is trying to tell us that the Cassidy or the Vengeful Spirit is vengeful because they were spring locked, and the whole, like, you'll drown in your own blood thing from the books. But that's just a theory. You know, I really am not sure. What's up? What's up, Sniper? I want to talk. I just want to talk. I just want to talk. Come back. I just want to talk. Lakes are just cool. Yeah, maybe just Scott really likes lakes. Have we considered that one? Lakes are representative of accepting death. Cassidy enters a lake. After dies in the lake, Charlie seems to move on as well, evokes a sense of finality. Fair. It also, like, it literally could just be thematic. It could just be like, Scott's like, man, lakes are cool as shit. So he likes putting them in stuff. I hate Wavebreaker. We have a... Wait, we got 3 people and we're holding our own? These guys suck. Hello? Like Micah's Vengeful Spirit. I like it. I don't think it's canon, but I do like it a lot. Average lake enjoyer, Scott Cawthon. We won down a person. Let's go. Like how Dave Filoni of Star Wars likes wolves. Essentially, yeah. What do you think is the most annoying piece of evidence one could add to back of a theory? Most annoying piece of evidence? I don't know. I mean, realistically, stuff literally not produced by Scott or Scholastic or any, like, just third-party shit. I don't see it a lot, but back when the Tales from the Pizzaplex debate was really heated, I saw people literally saying that, like, a magazine came out, like a random magazine, advertised the FNAF books and said, like, these books take place in the FNAF games. And people were using that as evidence. I'm like, guys, it's a random magazine. That's like one step removed from me just posting on Twitter and using it as evidence. Like, regardless of what you think of whether or not Tales from the Pizzaplex are canon, that's a terrible piece of... That's not even evidence. I'm sorry. That being said, I don't really know outside of that. And that's like such a niche example, too. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to misrepresent the Tales from the Pizzaplex argument. That's nowhere even close to, like, one of the main pieces of evidence for that argument. It's not even a piece for that argument. It's just some evidence some people were using. I'm like, that's crazy. Favorite in-game soda from FNAF? Soda-Roni is such a funny joke. Soda-Roni is like Exotic Butters, but actually funny. That's my hot take. I'm sorry. Exotic Butters was never that funny, and the fanbase's, like, obsession with it only made it less funny. Meanwhile, Soda-Roni is actually very funny of a joke. Back here. Back here. I'm following you. I know where you are. I know where you live. Get back here. I said, oh, that would have been so hype if I got that off. I was like, who do you think you are? Could clearing Midnight Motors Woods be the original Red Lake clearing? I like that a lot. The clearing in the Midnight Motors minigame being where Fall Fest was. Makes a lot of sense. What FNAF food would you want to eat or drink? Oh, like half of the stuff from Food Prep. It's hard for me to play Food Prep on Help Wanted 2 because I get hungry. A pizzarito sounds delicious. Like the thing you do in the second Food Prep, where you make a pizza and then roll it up and bake it. That sounds delicious. It's essentially just like a stromboli with like extra steps. But I like stromboli. So, like, I'm down. I gotta see if my... There's a store near me that has a bunch of, like, niche food and like candy and soda and stuff. It's where I buy the Bean Boozles at. But I wonder if they've got, like, a meat-flavored soda. I'll have to get that for, like, a Soda-Roni bit for a stream at some point. Big Hot Pocket? Yeah, Big Hot Pocket. Alright, we're at 2:08, so we'll stop playing Splatoon and focus up, because we're going to switch back to... We're going to move over to the video soon. Hear the wolf, you're not wrong. the whole, like, they're my friends, like, that had to be on purpose. Whether or not it means anything, it's definitely at least an Easter egg. Look, we lost, but I got the most kills on my team. I don't know what else I can do. Alright, we'll go back to the bakery. I hit the wrong button. Hold on. Don't worry about it. There we go. We're back. We're back. I hit the wrong button. I deactivated the capture card, not the camera. Think somebody found the storyteller tree in ruin? I'd be interested to see. Because as far as I'm aware, the only references to a storyteller tree kind of thing that we see in the games at all is that one of the princess quests has a crest of a tree above a door. Which, like, maybe? Possibly? Eh? Ophelia, it's actually not a huge difficulty. So OBS, I use OBS. You can make custom transitions where you just upload a video and say where you want the transition to happen. And then I, in real life, recorded a video of me closing and opening an oven and then cropped out the inside of the oven and made it a transparent WebM, uploaded it to OBS, told it to transition when the oven is closed. Done and done. Rai summarizes today's video in 3 words. Go. Help wanted lore. Done. Oh yeah, the transition broke there because I had to switch back and forth a couple. If I switch too quickly, the transition just keeps going. Very specific. I had 3 words. Fight me. I see the tree being like the puppet structure in the Pizzaplex, but it's all Tiger Rocky, so it's connected to the Mimic and Puppet. If the storyteller is true, and like there was a storyteller in the games, I think that's what the blob is. Like the Tangle was the result of the storyteller being scrapped. But I genuinely, at this point, after rereading Tales from the Pizzaplex and doing the lore from Special Delivery, I don't think the storyteller was ever at Security Breach. Because the whole point of the storyteller, and I go into this more next week, the whole point of the storyteller is that is how Glitchtrap enters the Pizzaplex. Is the Mimic 1 program is on the storyteller, and that's how it infects the entire Pizzaplex. That's not how the Mimic 1 program or Glitchtrap is entered into the Pizzaplex in the games. We know exactly how that happened. So in the games, in Special Delivery, we get emails that show us specifically, explicitly show us Vanessa isolating the anomaly from Help Wanted, which is presumed to be Glitchtrap, removing it, and then going to the Pizzaplex and bypassing the security to input that virus package into the Pizzaplex. Vanessa just uploaded Glitchtrap to the Pizzaplex. We know this, like, nearly for a fact. So if that's true, where does the storyteller come in? Unless there's a counter-argument I don't know about, this feels like a pretty cut-and-dry example against Tales from the Pizzaplex being in continuity. As soon as the storyteller starts going haywire, it's removed, shown by the next book. Glitchtrap would be the second attempt. But that's the thing, the storyteller, whether or not the storyteller is removed, Glitchtrap remains in the Pizzaplex. The Mimic 1 program stays in the Pizzaplex after the storyteller is removed. That was just how we get it into the Pizzaplex. I'm not, like, the fact the storyteller doesn't show up in Security Breach, that's not evidence against it. In the books, the storyteller is taken down like a week or 2 later. The problem is, in the books, the storyteller seems to be the way the Mimic 1 program is inputted into the Pizzaplex. Whereas in the games, we have a specific other counterexample. Is there any world building or lore in the short stories you think would be interesting if canon to the games? If canon to the games, Bobby Dots is really interesting, specifically because it says Fazbear has what's essentially a company town, aka like residency that you can only access if you work for their company, which is like 2 steps removed from indentured servitude, which is exactly something Fazbear would do. It's also horrible. All right, it's 2:15. Go over, watch the video, and then we're going to be on Twitch for like a half hour afterwards. Watch the video. This stream should redirect you. I will be in the chat hanging out, and I will spam the Twitch link and go live on Twitch the moment the video's over. All right. See you over there.